Juliamourer here, Chief People Influencer at Divine People Solutions. Today, I want to talk to you about fantasy football syndrome. You see, I love this time of year, not just because the leaves are beautifully changing on the trees, but because it's football season. And that means I can get a plethora of it. I can watch P.R.AY football and high school football and college football and the NFL. And I can do all of that through the lens of fantasy football. Now, for those of you who are like, what's fantasy football? Well, this is where participants like myself become team managers, and we get to draft our dream players to be on our team. And then week after week, we go up against each other by watching our team members run the ball, throw the ball, catch the ball, and hopefully make lots of touchdowns, all for fantasy points. The highest points wins the week. And so my experience with fantasy football has actually given me some insight that I've been able to glean and see parallels between the game and leadership in the workplace. You see, there are times that I will have like problem positions, or sometimes I'm just struggling with a player. And as a result of that, I can get fixated on that to such a degree that I can lose sight of the entire team. Well, doesn't that happen in real life? And so how do we defend our organizational goal line, if you will, so that we can push the ball forward? Well, I say we do it by pray. That's right. You pray for it. Promote self-awareness. Regularly encourage self-reflection. Allow people to speak into your strengths and weaknesses without feeling like you'll become too defensive. After all, no one wants a leader whose ego is unchecked, running around with a mask of humility, right? Recognize your relationship bonds. Now, I'm a huge fan of having relationships with those people you work with, but know that they can also foster a perception of inequity. And it can also, an over-reliance on those relationships might mean that they aren't willing to challenge you like you want them to, or like they should, because they don't want to hurt your feelings or damage the relationship. Hey, actively seek other people's input and advice. Talk to people who have diverse backgrounds and experiences. Their viewpoints are necessary for creativity and innovation, something you've never seen before. And then why? Your health, and sometimes the health of your entire team, all hinges upon you being aware not only of how you're showing up, but recognizing in them when they're burnout, when there's strained relationships, when there's not exactly the home field advantage, if you know what I mean. So if you need help recognizing this, and you want to make sure that you shake off those fantasy football syndromes, then give us a call. We'd love to help.